Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm showing you guys how to do Bantu knots, and I'm even going to share with you guys a few ways I style my Bantu knots. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing you're going to need is some water, just because you want to do your Bantu knots when your hair is damp. Now here I overdid it. I made my hair too wet, and throughout the video you'll see water dripping down my face. Your hair does not need to be that wet, it just needs to be damp. As long as it is damp, you're going to be okay. So here are a few things you're going to need. You're going to need a rat tail comb, I think that's what it's called. And you're also going to need some clips. So I like to do my Bantu knots in sections just because it's much easier. So the first thing I'm doing is using this comb to section out a part of my hair vertically. Is it vertically? Yes. And I'm so sorry about the flashing lights at the back. I realized that when I fast forward, the lights are flashing a bit too much, huh? So try to ignore that for this video. The next video you will not see the flashing lights. So after dividing that section, I am pulling away the other hair, and I'm doing that using the clips. This is just going to help you when you're doing your Bantu knots, because the hair is not going to be all over the place, so your Bantu knots are going to be neat. Now, as you guys can see, my section is not at all neat. So yeah, you don't have to make your sections super neat. So now what I like to do is to put some oil on the hair, and sometimes I also put gel before I do the Bantu knots, but I did not have gel for this tutorial, can you imagine? So I just used the water and then I oiled the hair a bit. So now let's get into the Bantu knots. So what you want to do is take a section of your hair, and then you want to twist it around your finger, like how I'm doing, as you guys can see. And then you want to take that part that you've twisted around your finger and twist it around itself to make your Bantu knot. So it's really not hard. Once you sit down to do it, you will be able to see that it's not hard. So that is the first knot right there. Now, the bigger the sections, the bigger the curls. So if you want tighter curls, then you might prefer to do smaller sections and therefore smaller Bantu knots, because you'll get tighter curls. Mine are just medium-ish, so you guys will see how my curls will come out. Now this is the second section, so I am twisting the hair around my finger like so, all the way up to the end, and then twisting that around itself to make a knot. And that's the second one. So let me show you one more, and then I fast forward a bit. So this is now the third section. So you take that, twist it around your finger all the way down to the end, and then twist that around itself, and you can retwist the end and then secure it really well so that it stays in place and it does not unravel. Now I'm just quickly going to do the rest of my head, just following the same steps, and I'm just going to move in sections. So after I am done doing my Bantu knots, I am going to let them dry. Now usually I let them dry overnight, but then for the purpose of this video, of course, I had to speed up the drying process, which you can also do by using a blow dry to ensure that your Bantu knots are completely and totally dry. Here is a major tip. If you want your Bantu knots to turn out really well, you have to make sure that they are completely and totally dry. You want to just take one knot and squeeze out, and if there's still water coming out, then your Bantu knots are not ready. They need to be totally and completely dry. And now I'm back with my dry Bantu knots, although they didn't even dry as much as I would like, but anyway, I apply some oil on my fingers. I have no idea why, but I see other naturalistas doing it when they're removing their Bantu knots or twist outs, and therefore I am being a sheep and doing the same. So to unravel is really easy. You just pull at the Bantu knot and it'll unravel, and then you want to separate each Bantu knot as many times as you'd like. So these are the curls I got based on the sections I did. Like I said, if you want smaller and tighter curls, then you can do smaller Bantu knots, but I like this size and I liked the result. So that is it. Now what you want to do is take an afro comb and just don't comb out your curls, just push the base of the hair, just so that the sections that you had made for your Bantu knots are not visible, and also just to push out your hair and make it look more full. And now, of course, I am going to lay my edges, which I just do with a toothbrush, which I wet with some water, duh. And then I'll lay my edges. And that's basically it. Now let me show you guys some of the styles I do. One of them is just a side part, which is super simple. You just take your comb, do a side part, and then secure one side with a pin, and that's it. That's a style. And then from there you can add little accessories like a flower, which I did, and then you can also rock this with a flower crown, and voila. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.